This will be interesting.
Alrighty, I
So
have
we have
confirmed.
a Rebel versus Imperialist, and Vader seems to be making a return. Dream.
So we've got Han, Chewie, Sabine versus a VPT.
Exactly. Jess, as our resident Vader player, do you want to read off the VPT list and talk a little bit about it?
No, you have to do it. It has he who shall not be named.
Alrighty. Well, David, do you want to do it as our secondary Vader player? I mean, you two have played Vader more times than I have, so.
Well, you mean five or so. So we have Darth Vader, Emperor Palpatine, and Thrawn, with a Death Trooper and three Imperial officers. And then we've got Zilla Technique ruled by Fear and Unshakable. So
Beautiful.
I've always looked at this list and thought, as usual with green face lists, that I am just not conservative enough to make these work. So it'll be really interesting to see them played.
Yeah, absolutely. Because now we've got. So, I mean, like you said, this is basically going to be checkers. um, Han and Chewie are both very effective at taking down Vader. But Vader is also very effective at taking out Han and Chewie. So, this will be a survival of the fittest. So, the Rebel list that the VPT list is going up against is none other than Han Solo, Chewbacca, Sabine Wren, Gideon Argus, Harrison Dula, R2D2, and C3PO, along with the useless heroic effort card no one ever talks about. It's not useless, but just everyone forgets. um,
It's great.
yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So what I find interesting about this matchup is, firstly, everything's queen piece, which means it's going to be a lot more difficult to get small points, right? So all the points you're
Yeah,
going to get.
especially with propaganda war. That's a big one for the mission.
Yes, exactly, because I mean, propaganda war is amazing for swarm lists, where if you have a lot of figures, you can do stuff. Whereas here, you got the exact opposite. We've got each side has 3 Titan figures, all of which are beasts in their own right, and then one 4-point figure who's okay, Hera or the Death Trooper.
Well, you know that 3PO is going to be tempted to join the dark side and just die in a couple of rounds.
Yes, absolutely.
So I think it looks like Tuukka with the 3 officers plus the Death Trooper may have the advantage there for objective runners. So we'll see what.
Very true. Very true. Yeah, both plays at 7 activations, which is it's not often you see a rebel and imperialist have the same number of activations of the game, but here you go. So it looks like we got Tuukka in the top playing his VPT list, and Lucas in the bottom running the heroes list.
I think Tuukka's quite an experienced Vader player. He made it
Yes.
quite hard hero. Well,
Yeah, exactly. We've played several times in Russell, and he's always given me a challenge. Whenever I think I've outpositioned him, he suddenly just shows up and it's like, oh, I didn't think of that. He's the way he plays Vader is stunning. Wow, discarding face to face with Rule by Fear, which suggests some pretty good cards in hand.
yes, that must be a scary 4 cards he has. Do you think we'll see another double parting blow combo right here?
Very likely. Very likely. So yeah, exactly. This VBT list is running Unshakable, which, I mean, does exactly what it says in the tin. You're going to have the party blow combo.
So I know not every Vader player actually runs parting blow with Unshakable. Sometimes they just like to keep it up.
Yeah, I mean, it is a 1-point card. be used as a huge blow. But just personally, I struggle to be able to spend a whole point on the bluff.
Yeah.
So, guys, are we seeing the Vader list is out activating the Han list? Is that what I'm seeing?
Are they? I think it's 7 and 7.
Is it 7 and 7? Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Lucas
Yeah.
will get the last
Close though.
activation.
Yes.
It was quite close. The Vader list has so many options.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is
Well, that's going to be really useful for moving Vader around.
exactly.
Yeah, definitely. So the thing though is that Palpatine is quite slow, and I guess you need him to keep up with Vader, right? To get all
Yeah.
the upgrades.
He's actually
I'm
not that
probably
slow.
expecting this.
I think Palpatine is deceptive in that, you know, when you move 6 and then reach 4, that he can reach 10 spaces without needing to have line of sight. He can reach pretty far.
Yeah, that's true.
Very true. So what I would probably expect here is that the last officer pushes Palpatine. So obviously, if he pushes Vader, that's obviously an extra points, moving points. But you know, he would be in line of sight for Han and Co. to just shoot him down on approach.
Alright, so it looks like Tuukka is taking that kind of top corridor area with his Death Trooper tucking into that corner there. But it looks like Lucas is kind of sticking to the bottom right corner there. So we'll see how cagey this match is, or if they're going to smash faces in the middle.
They haven't removed the tokens from.
Yes.
Oh, I'll jump in and remind them.
Always forget on this map.
Wanna remind them real. One of each.
Yeah, I'll jump in there and tell them.
Yeah, just because that changes
Let's
the
see.
math. Oh, looks like it's happening now.
Oh, they're doing it now.
Oh.
So Vader can actually walk straight, right up to R2 and 3PO and say hello.
Yeah, I think if Lucas
Hello,
doesn't give a lot of space to Vader, if Lucas just piles into that area by his terminal, Vader's just going to walk in and smash him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll see what.
Yeah, that looks a little too aggressive for what usually happens on this map. I played against Vader on this map a lot, and he double moves across the map, and then Palpatine gives him an attack, and then he gets an end of round attack, and then usually take initiative or something, and before you know it, 2 of your queen pieces are dead, and Vader's just standing in your face.
Yeah, this map is really, really close together, the spawn areas, and it's deceptive how quickly Vader can.
100%.
That's really terrifying, especially if they have something weird like giving him an entire other move.
Mm-hmm. And those 3 officers are going to be really good for moving Vader around where he needs to be for Palpatine. Not to mention the threat of
he's
new
got
orders.
A very organized wall of officers right there.
Alright, so it's like Thrawn's active.
Indeed. Yeah, the card he discards here, I think, is going to be very critical. This is something good like Lamb. That would be huge.
Yeah, I think Thrawn is going to be really big in this match with the cards that he discards. That's going to hurt.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Ooh.
Did I call it or did I call it? Oh. That is gonna hurt.
Yeah, I find that discarding on the lamb has a twofold effect. Number 1, you've lost the card. Number 2, the information.
Oh, 100%. Now suddenly Vader's not scared one bit about attacking Han. Oof.
Well, still a little.
Yeah,
but-
okay, sure. Sure. Maybe in some situations, but competitively. Now that he knows that he's going to get his attack in as long as Han doesn't dodge. It's huge.
Yeah, I mean that must be the dream Thrawn hit on round 1.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've had Blaze of Glory throned out round 1 with an IG list too. That's sucky.
Looks like Sabine is moving up, probably throwing a grenade on the Death Trooper right there. For 1 damage. And then just hiding back. Probably behind the wall there. Yeah.
Sabine on this map, talked about earlier, is so slippery.
Yeah, just the utility with Sabine is huge. Oh, Vader's come in!
Oh,
Vader's
Vader,
come in!
Vader.
That's early. Oh, no, actually, it's not, because he's only got 2 activations left. Okay, this is actually going to be big.
Parting blow.
Does he have a
on
parting
Sabine.
blow combo right here?
Surely he does.
Oh,
Here,
no.
here. Command cards.
Oh,
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
this is going to hurt so bad. Oh, man. Oh, my
I love it.
God. Well, of course you do, Jess.
I love it all.
This just makes me so sad. Oh.
Oh, a 3rd card. What's happening? Oh, no!
You're joking.
I love it so much.
That's
Okay,
brutal.
okay. But guys, that means he doesn't have the 4th. What is the 4th card that was better than face to face?
Maybe another potting blow. So elementals played.
Whoa! Oh, right. I was
Yeah,
like, wait a
There's no element. Okay.
Oof, that was a big element in that case. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. She's gonna be choked to death. Wow.
That was big. That was.
Question is whether you
Now,
reroll.
it's going to be interesting how much damage Vader's going to take this round now that it's he.
Yes, that is very true. Because if you're in Lucas's shoes, you would very happily trade Sabine for a Vader.
Yeah, exactly. So that was a really big play, but this is the issue with moving Vader in early is then you leave him open. And I mean, Han hits really hard. Chewie's going to hit really hard.
Can confirm.
Oh, we've
Han
got the
and pain in the butt.
reroll extra damage.
Yeah, so you're going to 10 down. Oh, and 10 means that she's now temptable for the kill.
Ooh.
So,
Nice. That was really.
Wow.
so now Vader's gonna take the 1-2.
What I also
punch.
want
That was a big.
Yeah. That's insane.
And Lucas can
Yeah.
slam Vader away so that
But here is very interesting now because Chewie is going up and it has activated. If Palpatine tempts and kills Sabine, Chewie is going to
Ooh,
attack
yeah.
Vader twice.
That's right.
And that is big.
But if he doesn't push Vader away with the slam, he's gonna get hit by a Palp attack.
Yeah. Disappointing slam, but yeah, you definitely want to push him one away just so you don't get hit. Yeah, there we go. Very well done.
All right, we'll have to see how much damage Vader takes this round.
Indeed. Let's see it. Oh, Chewie. Disappointing red, but good other dice. So
Not that bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. And look at the Vader defense roll. Not too.
No. Okay. So at this point, you don't even bother about searching for the stun. So, you're looking at 6 damage. That's good. It's very good.
Ooh. Okay.
And this is when you now make the decision, because I think if you tempt Sabine, I think Vader's dead. I do not think that Vader can weather 2 Han shots and an extra Chewie shot on Slam.
Yeah. I also think probably.
Yeah, and forgetting about the debts repaid here is very easy to do.
Yes. So we'll see what happens. Shake will gets triggered. See, does he tempt? Seems to be thinking, which makes sense.
One card in
What could it be? New orders to ready the officer.
here.
No tempt. Okay, that's a very good life choice. When in doubt, don't be suicidal. Usually good words to live by.
Oh, and here comes Han.
Yep. Getting 2 attacks on Vader.
At least he
Daveid.
can't get focused with the.
I mean, I've seen Han. Han could kill him. Oh! Let's see. Oh!
Oh.
Oh my god.
Wow. I mean, okay, one of the surge. Okay, that's actually not bad. No.
No, that balances it out a lot. Prize. Lucas did reroll the last green, but Hera now adds an extra 2. Okay. That is 6 damage, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, this is a rough start.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Vader survives this end of round shot. I'm actually surprised that Vader isn't throwing that last card he has in hand for an extra block.
Yeah, imagine if Lucas had been the one with initiative here, how different this would have been.
Oh god. Yeah.
I think he just
Goes to show how being aggressive when you don't have initiative is not always the best idea. Also goes to show Vader is right after line of sight. Oh, and now it can probably choke. Yeah, choke Sabine from there.
Yeah,
Very nice. Very nicely played.
see, now, as a Vader player, if you can effectively extract Vader, you have very well used your health pool resources. But it's very delicate balance here. We'll see if you.
The
Yeah.
other really important thing to using Vader's health pool effectively is to not roll one symbol on your defense die.
Yes, correct.
When I can learn.
All right, Lucas is starting with initiative here.
Yeah, unless Tuukka can take here. I
That
think
could be
that's
his last card.
Yeah, could be.
Oh,
Oh,
second chance. Okay.
That's good. That's good.
Oh, nice.
So Chewie could still kill him in an activation between the slam and the attack, but still important. So yeah, Chewie going makes a lot of sense.
All right, here we go.
Okay. Wonder if he's starting with a slam or the attack. Okay, attack first.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Oh.
Throwing is done for good measure. This doesn't need the surge for damage, so no reason not to. Then a slam. Does he get him? Yes, he does.
Oh.
That is Vader out of commission.
Yeah, this is gonna be really hard to come back.
Yeah. And celebration.
Oh,
And
ouch.
a celebration, just to rub salt in the wound.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, generally, this is what happens to me if I am overly aggressive with Vader. So I've over the course of my games with Vader, I've learned to play him a bit more cautiously, because you can sometimes, with a very very aggressive play early, if you get enough points, it can be worth it to lose.
Exactly. Indeed. So Lucas is up by a significant amount right now.
That's tough. Vader down, Sabine down.
Yeah. Because, yeah, Lamb is gone, but I think we can agree that at this point, Lucas has inevitability, and Tuukka is the beatdown. If I got those.
I would actually say Lucas is also the beatdown, judging by the amount of offensive figures on the board. Remember, it's really nasty if you can be
maybe
both.
I got that backwards.
Right.
Is the beatdown the person who needs to? Is the beatdown the person who needs to make a big move to win, or the person who doesn't need to make a big?
No, that mainly relates to inevitability. So that inevitability is whoever is favored in the long run. Beatdown is not necessarily related to that, because you can be both. And if you are both, it's incredibly hard for your opponent to come back. Because if looking at Palp and Thrawn fighting Han and Chewie, who are uninjured, I think is so uphill.
Right. Yeah. No. 100%. Okay. So
So
Thrawn getting rid of second chance with his ability, and then 4C looking their deck again. That is definitely going to help the Empire. It's definitely going to help.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there was no dying lunge with Vader win.
That would have been big. Although Chewie would have stunned Han with that attack. Would have stunned Vader with that. Oh, stealth tactics gone as well. Good cards getting thrown there.
So Thrawn coming up. Gonna have a shootout with.
Indeed. Yeah. When in doubt, shoot Han. Said no one ever.
So I think Tuukka's gonna probably have to start playing the objectives to get that inevitability that you guys are talking about, and to force Lucas to kind of come forward and fight him. Otherwise, he's just gonna have to dig him out.
He is fighting.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, he just moved to a place where Han can turn fire at.
Exactly. Which is the power of that upside down T or Ezra box.
Yeah, it feels. Not sure. That feels like exactly what Lucas wants him to do. He's got 3PO there.
Yeah. Oh. Is that an exact 0? Yep, that's an exact 0 damage. Blocking every single symbol. And then some.
Oh. On and
No return fire.
I think Thrawn's got 1 movement still, is that right? Only
Yeah,
moved 3 to get there.
exactly. Yeah, shooting Han when you're next to 3PO, it's like trying to mine through a cave using a paintbrush.
There are
That's
people
really-
who have done it. Just like there are people who have killed Han next to 3PO.
I honestly think that there are probably more people who have mined through a cave with a paintbrush than people who have killed Han when he's next to 3PO.
So are we waiting for the return fire here?
There shouldn't be a return fire. There's no way you got line of
Yeah, I
sight.
don't think he's got line of sight.
Oh, okay.
It's only need to be 2 spaces further up to the times. Because the thing is, Han can see 2 separate corners, but they're not adjoining. They have to be along the same horizontal or vertical line. They're not.
So what is Tuukka's out here? He could kill. I mean, he still got rid of on the lamb. At least that's gone. So if he can kill Chewie or Han.
Alright, I'll be just right back, guys. I just got a rules
Oh,
thing.
thank you.
Yeah, I think it's tough. I think Chewie or Han need to die and have Palp and Thrawn not die.
Yeah. That's gonna be tough. Chewie and
Yeah, that is gonna be uphill with Palp, at least, fighting these smugglers.
yeah, Chewie and Han are definitely much better at throwing their weight around the table, and kind of asserting pressure when they move up. And Thrawn and Palpatine don't quite do that.
I mean, even Hera is actually quite a good shooter,
Mm-hmm.
whereas the Death Trooper, not so much.
Yeah, Thrawn, Palp.
Yeah, every time I've tried to use Death Trooper, it just never seems to have a hit.
I think the rule of thumb is that red-yellow is treacherous. Never trust it. I wouldn't. Okay. Because I'm guessing. Okay, second chance is gone. Han, and so stealth tactics, but there should be a Heart of Freedom in there. A couple of other defensive things.
What's going on?
Okay, so just to clarify, there was a question whether Han could return fire, and the question is no, because the corners are not adjoining. Or adjacent, or whatever you want to call it. Which is a tricky rule. I've seen a lot of people
Yeah.
get tripped up on that. I once had my opponent make that mistake against me at Europeans or Euros in 2018, I think it was. Matters a lot on a map like Melhutta.
So we were just
it's a range 12
we
shot.
were just talking about
sacrificing a lot to get that range 12 shot.
what can Tuukka do here.
I don't know Han's numbers so well, but my gut feeling is that he can kill that Thrawn. One shot and end of round.
Yeah, with a shot and an end of round shot, he's got it. It depends on how desperate Tuukka is, though. If Tuukka mills a card on both techs, he's probably not dying. But if Han is focused, then he's dying. Han against a black die usually averages out at about 3 or 4 damage, maybe 5 if you have a good one. Actually, no, it's probably closer to 4 or 5, maybe 6 if you have a good one.
So I would expect that these officers would have come out and start flipping these posters.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
And kind of force Lucas to try to counter him, and then that would let him counterattack with Thrawn and Palp. Because that's really the advantage that Tuukka has in this game right now is the numbers. He has more figures, more expendable figures.
Actually, they have the same number of figures.
Yeah, no, exactly. But the difference
I
is
think
getting...
the thing is the officers actually can't flip much, can they?
Yeah, from there they're going to struggle
Yeah,
to
they
flip.
move 8, they can start to make it there.
So one of them
Yeah,
can
so
flip the middle
the Death
one.
Trooper can flip one. I think one of the officers can flip one, but the other two will just have to move and prepare to flip some next round.
Yeah. That's true.
Number 3 could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and flip the one in the middle. Death Troop can go 1, 2, flip the one at the top, and the other two can just move down and just try and control the others. Or move closer, rather.
Okay, so the officers are activating.
Yep, so moving 6,
Exactly.
flip the Imperial one. And body blocking for Palpatine, which is a nice bonus.
The tricky thing now is getting value out of Palpatine's extra
Yeah.
attack.
Exactly. Prepare focusing Han.
Okay, this is weird though that Tuukka has the rebel posters.
Yeah,
Lucas has the Imperial.
yeah, it's slightly confusing. But yeah, Death Trooper flipping and the officer flipping as well, which is a 4-point swing. It's 2 more points for Tuukka, 2 less points for Lucas. So that's pretty huge.
Yeah, and I don't see Lucas really wanting to flip them back right now.
I agree.
The officer positioning is pretty decent too because it allows him to have his
Yeah, no, the officer positioning has been very good so far. I'm looking forward to seeing it continue.
Right, so planning.
With Hera. Crucially, blocking line of sight for Gideon, which is interesting.
Lucas is really building up a lot of cards. We'll see what he has in hand.
Yes. Probably sticking tools, maybe. You could have run for cover, which I would probably expect in a list like this. Probably brace. Other fun stuff.
All right, we've got another officer on the move.
Yep. So, kind of moving and claiming those objectives.
Exactly. Hera activating. Ah, that wasn't Hera activating. That was Gideon pushing Hera. Interesting. I thought it was Hera planning, and moving.
Shot on the officer. Let's see.
Pretty bad roll there. Oh, but a bad roll also.
Okay.
He has a reroll.
Yeah, so 50% chance he survives this. No.
Oh!
That is a dead officer. Actually, he could throw a card. But it does look like it feels like it. So there's 2 more points for Lucas. And one of the officers is gone. So that opens up a lot of doors for Han. Let's see what the Emperor decides to do. Looks like he's tempting 3PO. Oh no, that was not Thrawn.
Yep, 10.
Very good.
Only an officer to go off.
Lightning.
Yeah.
Are we seeing a Force lightning?
Very likely. I mean, Han hates weaken. Yep, Force Lightning on Han. Takes 3 damage, gets weakened. 3PO, Hera, and Chewie all take 1 damage each.
The question is, what
The
now?
Emperor is in a really precarious position.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, because I mean,
All right, we still have Han.
yeah. And I think at this point, probably want to go for the Emperor. But yeah, saving the officer for later is a good choice. Because now if Han commits to a spot and attacks the Emperor, the officer can move the Emperor out of the way for the end of round shot. So it would appear that Han is only going to get.
All right, let's.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a very good spot to stand on. Oh,
One's he going after?
see.
I mean, Thrawn's an easier kill.
Yeah, true. But Palpatine is more dangerous. Because Palpatine does 4 automatic damage every round. Whereas you can dodge Thrawn. If I were in Lucas's shoes, I would be going for Palp primarily.
And if you can get that Chewie activated before dies next round.
Yeah.
He still hasn't triggered Chewie's card yet.
Exactly.
Lucas is thinking pretty long and hard about what he wants to do with Han here.
Yeah.
What are... So
What's the time I'm looking like?
he's gonna go for Palpatine.
Nice going for Palp.
I think that's a good choice.
It's about 30.
Ah, okay. There's plenty of time.
Chris Han.
Mhm. Good defensive roll.
Ooh.
Reroll the first green die. Oh, that's gross. Only 2 damage.
2
going
damage.
through. Yeah. Han's math when he's weakened is disgusting. Takes him from a queen piece to a... Ah, okay, so Hera giving him an extra surge.
4?
Yeah. That's more decent.
It sounds like the players are having a connection issue with their Discord, so I think that's what's slowing things down a little bit. Sounds like they're gonna start using
We
the
do
chat.
have quite a lot of people.
I think they're not sure about the damage. Oh yeah, 4 damage.
Okay, 4 damage on
Yep.
Palp. He's still got 9,
Yeah,
though.
he should be pretty
It
safe.
just puts him on the same health as Thrawn.
And it's funny because a damaged Palp is a lot safer than a damaged Thrawn, because Palp can shoot at you without getting shot back by Han. If you think of his
Exactly.
Emperor ability as an attack.
Precisely.
I mean,
Which is why I would definitely prioritize Palpatine at this point. Because, I mean, just like you said, Noah, you can return fire against Thrawn.
oh yeah, that's true.
You can't do... And you can even dodge Thrawn, but you can't do anything about Palpatine.
Yeah, I mean, I think Tuukka's list still has some.
Yeah, no, for sure. So the officers going up now, very likely to move the Emperor out of Han's line of sight.
Looks to me like there should only be one space.
Yes, the officer does need to move up 1 more to be within 2 as well. Because I believe there's a horizontal... Oh, there's not horizontal. Okay. Mistake.
Okay.
Oh, that officer's dancing around.
Also, block Palp.
Yeah. Very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, good save from Tuukka.
Yeah, so that was a nice
So we'll
move.
see if Lucas has take.
Denied Han his end of round shot there.
Yeah, exactly. Hmm.
So end of round, Lucas is getting 1 point. Tuukka's getting 5.
Yeah. That's big. That's
Still
big.
pretty significant gap though that Tuukka's gonna have to overcome. But I feel like taking the lion's shares of the posters is definitely step 1 to doing that.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. Because he's going to get a bonus 5 now every
Yep.
round.
Yeah,
Lucas is going to
he
really
can
struggle to flip those back.
deal with Han somehow. That'll be.
Yeah. Just kill Han.
Oh, take
take.
Take is coming out. Is there a negation on Tuukka's
Nope.
side?
No negation.
Doesn't look like it. Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
I should probably go with Chewie.
Yeah. Just run up and slam the officer out of the way and shoot Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah, or if you have
the movement card, you slam the Emperor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would definitely be beneficial.
And
And considering the number of cards that he has in his hand, that's definitely a possibility. Yeah,
I think
going for Han isn't really a great idea right now.
I mean, it's not
not a bad idea, but
comparatively,
Chewie, I think, could do more damage, especially when you consider Death's Repaid. You want to tap Chewie as quickly as possible.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, Chewie activating.
Is
There may be a Heart of Freedom coming in.
It's counting his spaces. So yeah, if he does have something like Heart of Freedom, he can slam and attack Palpatine. But because of that wall, he has to walk around it and spend an extra movement point. So it's going to take 5 spaces to reach Palpatine.
Exactly. Definitely what he would be banking for. And he can now be pretty sure that Tuukka does not have take. Okay,
Urgency.
Sorry, negation, yeah, exactly. So urgency being played. Very good move. Yeah.
If he can somehow kill Palp, so
That's a big
we'll
slam.
have that opposite. He's slamming Palp.
Yeah. And then the shot. Needs to do 6 damage. It's not impossible for Chewie.
He might still have tools. He hasn't played it right. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Okay,
I
Chewie
think
with
we've been watching
tools.
too much Imperial Solid. We're predicting every single move and card being played.
Hey, I haven't played in a little while actually.
Yeah. Yeah, same here to be honest. Yeah, this could be huge. If this kills Palp, that's
Oh, what?
Max
Oh.
rolling.
Roll everything. Okay.
okay.
Good
Tuukka,
night.
you see,
Good
this
night,
is how it feels like
Palpatine.
to play against Vader. Okay, Dying Lunge coming out. Nice, he gets to get it out. Probably do it against Chewie. Right.
Yeah.
Because there's not much point going on Han. Because you need to kill Chewie before you kill Han when Death's Repaid is still up. Good roll.
Sure.
So it pierce through automatically. So that is 3 damage going through on Chewie. But that is 8 points.
Yeah, that was huge.
That was massive. Incredibly massive. Yeah. Very well played by Lucas there.
All right. Well, are we thinking there's any chance of Tuukka making a comeback here?
It's not impossible. It's not impossible, but
Could
the
always
odds are spectacular.
jump to another table.
But strange things have happened. Very likely to see Thrawn going next.
I'm gonna go check on Derek's game, see how they're doing.
Sounds good. So, who's Thrawn attacking? Oh, this is the Death Trooper attacking Han. Brace is being played. Oof. Oh. Dodge it.
Yeah, I don't think Tuukka can.
Yeah. Yeah, he just lost Vader too early.
Yeah.
He needed Vader to do something more significant before he died. I mean, killing Sabine is not insignificant, but
It wasn't worth.
no. If it was Han, maybe.
Yeah.
That's a better trade. It's still not a good trade. You really want to trade 2 for 1 when it comes to Vader.
Well, I mean, ideally, you want to go in there, deal damage. You don't even if you don't kill anything, and extract yourself. I think the extracting him is more important.
Yes. Okay, so is Heart of Freedom being played here? Or was that was probably discarded by Thrawn. Yeah, Thrawn's activating. Yeah, so with the Death Troopers, Cole.
Taking a shot.
Yep,
Oh no, taking a shot.
indeed. Seems to be going for Han. Good roll. Good roll there as well.
And no possibility of a return fire. So
Indeed. So that is 5 damage. That's not insignificant. But again, I struggle to see the value in going after Han when Death Repaid is still up.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna switch us over to another game. It looks like Daveid and Do or Do Not are pretty close right now, so I want to switch over to check out how the Loth Cats are doing against the HKs.
Ah,
So
alright.
they're on table 6.
Table
I'm going to jump
6.
over there now. And we'll definitely report back on the result of this match just in case anything happens. Alright, so this is Jason Brege versus David Burean. We saw David on stream earlier. He was playing the HK droids.
Indeed.
Oh, David likes to be player 4. There we go.
For some reason.
And this one's pretty close.
Okay, so
Looks
this
like they just started a round.
Yeah.
David's ahead against
what?
Table
6.
6? 6, yeah.
Let's see.
Interesting. So, in the bottom of the map, we have, just like we had previously on the stream, we have David running his HK's Jabba Onar list. And on the other side, we have a very similar list. We've got Jabba, Onar, and Lothcats. So it's basically the exact same list, except that you got HKs or Lothcats. You've both got Jawas, you've both got Droids. Do they both have Jawas? I'm not sure. Okay, both Greedos dead, looks like.
Yeah, they do both have. Oops.
Oh, that HK is in a gorgeous position. Love that. HK in the bottom left of the corner, right behind the door. Meaning you can very easily open the door and snipe down. Very little return. Obviously they could shoot him back, but they can't open the door and attack him first.
So it looks like Duerjanot is the rebel tokens, and Daveid is the Imperials, and he's taken that bottom left corner. And he can actually threaten to open the door and take a shot with that focused HK down there.
Exactly. And that is going to be pretty deadly. It doesn't look like there's much Jason can do in return, because he's so far away from the door. Which is why snipers, when played correctly on this map, can be absolutely devastating. It's difficult, but when played correctly, they can be.
So I'm surprised at the score, because Jason has 2 sets of cats, so I'm assuming he spent the last 2 turns sending a cat into David's formation there and just blowing it up. He's actually got the grenade card that when they die, they deal 1 red die to each adjacent figure.
Ah,
I forget what it's.
that's
I forget what it's called.
I've actually seen that being played on the Bantha in ICP a few times.
Yeah.
Or disgusting.
Oh yeah, it's really good on the Bantha. But it looks like he depleted it.
This is interesting. I mean, this is practically close to a mirror match.
It's almost, except for the cats versus the HKs, right?
Yeah.
I think that is a difference. I mean, an interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Because they both do the same thing in different ways, right? They're both.
Yeah, because cats want to get in close, whereas HKs want to be picking them off.
Exactly, but they're both experts at attacking someone who's far away.
Yeah.
A Loth cat can move 13 spaces, or even 13 spaces and attack. Whereas an HK, he can shoot someone 13 spaces away. Not quite as likely, but he theoretically could do it. The difference there, of course, is line of sight versus around corners, but also hunter cards versus no hunter cards. So it's a very interesting difference.
Okay, we've got Jason moving up.
Might be flipping that poster. Oh, looks like he didn't have enough moving points. So we got David's Onar moving up, also focused. Looks like it's taking a shot at Jason's Onar.
Pretty.
Yeah, it's not bad. So he's over accuracy by 1, so he could use the search for +1 accuracy. Oh, sorry, for +1 damage. Sorry, which would mean that is looking at 8 damage. Very nice. Yeah, no complaints. So in terms of spent resources, we can see that David has used Work of Your Credit, Drink the Numbers, Tools for the Job, Assassinate, Wild Attack, Positioning, and Comms Disruption. Compared to what Jason has played, which is Take, Ferocity, Celebration, Element, Strength in Numbers, and Intelli. So David has already spent a lot more of his resources than Jason has.
Yeah, I wonder what the idea was with the play with Onar there. Like, why did he move him out into the open?
I was wondering that.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, wait. Was that Gideon? I think that was
Oh, yeah.
Ah,
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. Focus Gideon, move him up. Oh no, then moves him.
yeah.
So he's going to charge Onar in there. Can't quite get close to somebody with rush, though. And he probably doesn't have to the limit if he used Gideon to move him out.
Yeah.
But a focused attack on that Claudite would be pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, David hasn't played any spy cards yet, so that would help.
I wonder what form.
Or maybe you go for the other owner to try and whittle him down.
So it looks like the Claudite is in Street Rat form. So it is a threat.
Claudite has.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right.
But Jabba still hasn't gone. But again, an order hit would obviously be devastating. but there won't be the Street Assassin's Blade.
You're right. And Jason's Jabba has already activated, so he won't be able to attack and then attack again with Jabba with his Onar.
Correct. Okay, so it looks like the Loth cats are moving. Ooh.
So tapping Beast Tamer, sending in a focused Loth cat with a pounce.
Always devastating.
Who's he gonna go? Claudite.
Okay, so
Ooh, on the Claudite.
Spending a power token,
indeed.
which he got from his other Lothcat friend.
Not a bad roll, so with the PS1 +2, looking at 4 damage, not quite enough. A little bit disappointing. Oh yeah, Ona has another evade, so only 2 damage going through. Oh, Wild
Nice.
Fury for a second attack. As he has only used 1 action. He used Beast Tamer to move 5 and then
Yep.
pounce. It's a little better. That I think should get it.
Yeah, that's gonna get it. That's 5 damage, pierce 1, so 4 damage exactly.
Yeah, which then becomes 4 damage. Wow. Yeah, well done
Very
on that Wild
nice.
Fury move. That was nice.
So that's
Which brings them back up to even.
Yep. actually it goes up to
Looks
24.
like Daveid is being tapped to reroll a die.
Oh,
So he might stay alive
Ooh.
after all. Depends on the roll.
it looks like it got better. No, it's the same.
Yeah, so
Unless he has tough luck.
we'll see.
Nope.
I'll definitely make sounds tough.
So with Jabba, he goes up to 24, now ahead by 1 point.
Very nicely done, little kitty. Which now means that Jason's owner is going to get a pretty safe shot on David's owner.
Yep. And then, depending on if there's time in the round, because I don't think he can finish it off this turn. Let's see.
Also, good to keep in mind is that David does still have his Jabba, so he could order a hit with either the Jawa or with Ona.
Yep.
Onto the left cat.
So 6 minutes 40 left in the round.
Okay, HK striking.
Most of his targets have kind of vacated the area, though.
Yeah, but 3PO is still a nice amount
Mhm.
of points.
Especially when the game is this close.
The range got the damage.
Yep, nobody to cower off of.
Indeed.
So that's going to be a dead 3PO, which is going to be 3 points with Jabba.
Giving David the lead by 2.
By the way, both of these players are 4-1, so this is a win and in for top 8.
Okay. Wait, did you mean they're both 3-1?
Or excuse me, 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah,
Right.
they're both 3-1. So whoever wins this one will be guaranteed a spot in top 8.
Nice. So important game.
So David only has Jabba left. It would be kind of risky to do the order hit unless he falls behind here.
That is true. Is the round ending? Or
I believe it's Jason's activation. And then it'll be David's, but there's only about 5 minutes left. 4 minutes 40 in the round.
So we're not going to another round.
I mean, if they can do it fast.
Yeah, that probably means so. Unless.
All right, Onar's on the move.
Yeah.
Shooting the other.
So if Onar is able to kill Onar, that's huge. Doesn't look like.
And then we also have objectives, which it looks like is in David's favor.
Yeah.
So I wonder if his Onar should have just gone and flipped those other two posters instead.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, because there's no point in the order hit now. Though I suppose there's no downside really either, because I mean, like we said, David is going to get only through 2 points from the stashes. He's still going to be up end of the round.
Well, they might get one more round, or 10 minutes of one more round.
That's true.
They're playing pretty fast.
They're playing pretty quickly. So
So,
it looks like he is spending.
with the Jawa,
Focus Jawa shooting.
the Loth cat.
Oh no, I mean shooting the Loth cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 3 damage. Yeah, they seem to be playing very quickly to get another round in, which makes sense.
Looks like he.
I am having a really hard time keeping track of whose figures belong.
So killed the Loth cat. 4 points.
Yeah, if you kill the cat, that's big.
Looks like David's gonna take a pretty good lead. Which means we might have HK droids in top 8.
Indeed.
That would be.
That would be impressive.
So this is Black Market. It's gonna buy Tough Luck.
Scouting for a point. Makes
Oh
sense.
yeah, he's gonna sell it.
Makes a lot of sense. Not a lot of rerolls on his opponent's side, and he's already used out. Initiative going to Jason. Question is, does David have take? Huge, right. He does. Oh. Take getting played. Is there a negation from Jason? Doesn't look like it. My goodness, that is a big move. Oh boy. Yeah, there's a big take. Oh, interesting. So he's going after the owner.
Yep, I'm gonna try and finish him off.
Here's the roll. Oh.
It's not enough though, because he can add a block, which means he only takes 5. So unless there's some sort of assassinate position.
Let's see if there's any.
Yeah, that's gonna be really painful now.
Hmm. Yeah, players are supposed to change the colors on their figures if they're in a mirror match.
I know, it's so hard.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the timer.
Okay, well, this now opens the door extraordinarily for Jason. He could either go with cats, or he could go with his owner. Both of which are valid choices. So he goes with his owner. Probably just shoot David's owner right back. Which would make sense. And he needs to do 4 damage.
Yep.
That'll do it. That'll definitely do it. Dead owner on David's side. Oof.
Oh man, so if David can finish off his owner, he'll go up to 36.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Jason's really deciding where he wants to leave.
Which makes sense because it's going to be a huge decision.
He's pretty safe from that HK either way. But David can use Jabba to get the kill, and he'll still be ahead on points at that point. Especially if he can kill the Loth cat too.
Although Jabba is move after the attack resolves, so
yeah, he moves a figure up
and
to attack it. Ooh, not what he wanted.
that kills owner
Yeah, that's true.
for 7 points for David, putting him on 36. Very, very tight.
Because now that Lothcat can go kill Gideon, and he'll go up to 37. Or Jason will go up to 37.
Yeah, and then if the focus Lothcat can kill the Jawa, that's game.
Mm-hmm.
Oof, let's see. Because the risky thing, of course, is that if the HK manages to kill the Lothcat, then that is also game for David. So this is
That's true.
the rest of this game is going to be played on a hair's edge.
But that, how is the HA? Oh, I guess 3PO could open the door.
No, I mean if
Oh, I see.
if the Lothcat goes to attack Gideon.
Well, he can use Beast Tamer. 1, 2, and then move out of line of sight,
Yeah,
right?
okay, that's actually true. Yeah, I guess the other Lothcat doesn't actually need Beast Tamer. So yeah, that would
Yep.
pounce and stay on the other side of Gideon.
Yeah, Jason might be able to lock it up unless David's got something like celebration.
Lothcat's here.
Yeah, this will be the decider. Oh.
Did you just play that pack?
What? Oh no, that's the strain from Bleed.
Ah.
Oh no, he's gonna go after the Jawa.
Interesting.
Ooh, death.
Oh, he could have gotten both.
Yeah, I think he still can because it does look like he used Beast Tamer.
Oh, that's true.
Okay, so that does kill the Jawa.
Does it?
PS1, 5 damage going through.
I think he's one
Jar
short.
Jar.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
And now if the Loth cat is able to move. I mean, with Beast Tame, I think you get there. That's 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2.
Yep, he's tapping
You
B.
got him.
Okay, that works out
Ooh.
the same, except he might. Oh, there you go. I don't think the HK can get to him.
All right, let's see. Let's see this.
Oh. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And a win. For
Nice
Oof.
work. Loth cats for
amazing
the.
comeback. My goodness.
That was a tight.
Oh, for sure. That was insane. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was good. Glad we caught the end of that one.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, really nice tactics there right at the end.
Well played on both parts. Amazing to see it swing over that much. Kill on both sides is
All right.
amazing.
Well, that's the end of the Swiss rounds.
Beautiful. Thank you very much for organizing this.
Absolutely.
Noah.
Thank you guys for coming on.
It's been our pleasure.
All right. Well, I think we were gonna do top 8, but no, I think it's been a long day for a lot of players, so this might be it. And then we'll have to come back and catch some of the top 8 games. But we'll definitely let's hang out and talk about how it actually went. So
sure.
we've got a lot of results coming in. Let's see. I need to confirm some of these. So I lost. And I'm just going through the pairings to confirm all the submissions. A lot of people are not confirming for their opponent at this point.
Alright, sweet.
And I can kind of tell you how things are shaking out.
Looking great.
Everybody on the on the stream, we're gonna do one more giveaway, so hang out for a little bit. But it looks like we might have our top 8 here. Well, we do have our top 7.
Ooh.
Oh,
Do we want to announce them?
nope, hold on. Yeah, we do have our top 7. We'll wait just a moment. Let me open up the list so everybody can look at the list, and then you guys can talk about them.
Beautiful.
So, settings.
Alright, I've charged my headset a bit, so hopefully it lasts until we're done.
Okay, you guys should be able to look at the list now, and I'm pretty sure top 7 is set. We're just waiting to see if there's 1, 3, and 2 that's going to make it into the top 8.
Sweet.